We'll do that because I did just get the question. Will Steve Yzerman make a move?
That is question number 1 on
All
the
right.
5 for Fighting. Trade deadline is today. Will Stevie Y make a move?
Define move. Like, are you
Will
talking
he bring
about
someone in
bring someone in
from another team?
No, I don't think so. I think anything that he does, like, will be clearing. I think that's going to be the play. I think does Edvinson count as bringing somebody in?
From another team. No.
Yeah. I think that's going to be the move. If he can, I'll consider this trade deadline a monumental success. If he can get rid of Hull, if he can get rid of him, move that salary off the books. We're paying him what, 3.5 to sit in the press box, as somebody said earlier this week.
Yeah.
If you can find a way to move that, then you're a GOAT. You're an absolute GOAT.
I agree with that. Get rid of Hull. Maybe bring up Edvinson. See if
Yes.
I mean, see if he could help solidify the defense a little bit more, which has struggled as a whole this year. Hey, shout out.
Bring
Shout
him
out.
home.
Shout
Bring
out.
him home.
Bring him home. I'm cool with it.
Yeah. So
no. My answer is no.
Yeah. But that's a win to me.
Sure.
That's a win because, look, I've always talked about this before. A good executive will recognize they made a mistake and move on from it. That's why I always gave Joe Dumars credit when he drafted Mateen Cleaves.
Yeah.
He got John Barry and a first-round pick from Mateen Cleaves.
Smart man.
That's GOAT status right there.
That is impressive.
You know, I think Steve Yzerman would tell you, was Hull a mistake?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think we can all agree it is,
Yeah.
right? So if he can fix it, even if it's like eating, Justin Abdelkader money,
Hell yeah.
$1 million a year,
Spartan Dog.
because we're paying him $1 million a year until 2026. Everybody, all right.
When
Second
is that?
period.
Spartan Dog, get your bag. Next question, second minute of the Fighting Major. Are you worried about Tampa Bay after the trade they made?
I'm
they
not.
brought the Duke in.
I'm not getting good vibes from Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
As someone who has Vasilevsky on their fantasy team, who's been monumentally disappointed with him this year.
Yeah, he's not been great.
They lost again to Calgary yesterday at home, gave up 6 to the Flames. We're talking about how this is like a two-spot race for 3 teams. What if I told you Tampa's going to be the one out?
I wouldn't be surprised.
Because that's
honestly.
what I'm feeling right now.
Yeah, the
for
Islanders
real.
are more. They're hotter.
They've
And
won
have the-
5 in a row.
And they have the better goalie, which is crazy to say.
That's what. You see what I'm saying? Like, you're putting logs on the fire right here.
Yeah, I mean, when Vasilevsky goes from arguably the greatest goalie ever to mid or less than mid, it's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt Tampa Bay. Obviously, Nikita Kucherov is having one of the best years of his career. But
Sergachev going down was big for them too.
That's true.
Sure. As of right now, I'm more worried about the Islanders just because I still think when it's all said and done, it's going to be Tampa and Detroit that get the 2 wild card spots. I can't see. I cannot fathom the Islanders catching us, but still, they're the ones that I'm worried about for now. You got to beat them when you play them head-to-head at home in a couple weeks or so.
For sure. For sure need that win. Third minute of the Fighting Major. Who would you rather see in the playoffs? God, this is sad. The Rangers or the Florida Panthers?
I got to say the Rangers. I want no part.
I don't want to see playoff Trouba, though. That guy's going to kill someone.
I just want no part of the Florida Panthers. I'm not interested in what they have to offer. I don't want them to break us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They destroyed us the other day here. If we played the Panthers, I would just be happy to win a period.
Yeah.
You know, like I would be ecstatic. Like if somebody said, "Hey, you're going to play the Panthers. I'll give you a 4-1 loss in the series." Oh, I'll break your arm shaking your hand. You know what I'm saying? The Rangers, I would expect to win a game against the Rangers.
That's fair. I would go Rangers as well because I think the Florida Panthers are the best team in the East. And honestly, I would like to see the Detroit-New York matchup. Selfishly, I think that'd be a little bit more fun. And also,
that would be cool.
I think the bottom line is if the Red Wings made the playoffs and got swept by either of those teams, even if they got outscored something like 16-4, still a wildly successful season. I'm not worried about beating either of those teams because I don't think it's going to happen.
No, I would just like to win a game, just so you can put your hat on the shelf and say, "Hey, we won a game."
That's fair, but it's still a successful season just if they make it, to me at least.
Those two teams are the kryptonite for the Detroit Red Wings, unfortunately, with how physical they play, how aggressive they are, and like I said, Trouba is going to destroy our forwards. Like, he's going to kill one of our forwards if we play them. And the only upside is we'll get Klim Kostin playoff minutes if we play the Rangers. So, hey, we can see that one. We'll send him out there against Rempe.
It won't happen because it never happens in the NHL like this. But I would lock into Panthers Rangers.
Yeah.
In the
Man.
conference
That
finals.
would be the-
I would lock into that.
That would be better than the Stanley Cup Finals.
I would agree.
Yeah.
I want that. As a hockey guy, I definitely would want that. Let's go Red Wings Sparty. Rangers, I guess.
God. Panthers Rangers would be such a physical series,
Yeah.
man. That would be so
And high
awesome.
level, too.
Yeah.
And high. It could be like a physical 4-3
Because
game.
Zibanejad is still a monster, too. It's- Oh, man.
Man.
The Rangers are so good, too. All right, next question. Fourth minute of the Fighting Major. More important to re-sign this year, Patrick Kane or David Perron and Joe Veleno? Because I'm not just doing 1-1 and 1. Because if you do 1-1 and 1, it's obviously
It's
Patrick
obvious. How old's Perron again? He's north of 30, right?
He is. I think he's mid-30s.
Do you think PK can keep
35.
his level of play going?
Perron's 35.
He is.
And under your scenario, we lose them both, right?
Yes.
Damn. That's the greatest question that's ever been asked in the history of a nickel package before.
I do what I can.
I don't have a feel for that. I know what the people are going to say. It's going to be a Kane slap fest.
Yeah, well, because it should be at this point. Because Patrick Kane is playing like a superstar right now. He's playing by the numbers at a level similar to his Blackhawk days, and he's doing it for us. And he's been very, very.
Yeah,
impactful.
but you got to remember, if Perron had Kane's spot on the power play before Kane got here,
Sure.
And it was still pretty good.
and he was good.
Yeah.
And then he had to slide down to the number 2 role. I would contend that on the power play, which is what I'm about, and maybe I overvalue it, I'll come clean on that Perron would come in the neighborhood of replacing his production. In the neighborhood.
Sure, in the neighborhood.
Wouldn't outproduce him or anything
No,
like
no.
that. And if you put Veleno out there, you see what I'm saying here? Like a 2-for-1?
Well, and Veleno also played the 1C when Dylan Larkin was out. Dylan Larkin, over the course of his career, has proven to be durable, but it showed me something. And it also showed me, obviously, they didn't want to break up the second line. But
Yeah, I like that line's chemistry a lot.
yeah, that's fair. So I would still probably go Patrick Kane, but shout out to Joe Veleno for having the best season of his career.
having a
too.
great year.
He is, absolutely.
No, he is. And Hoof Harder brings up a good point. Kane and Perron are only short-term guys. Veleno is long-term. So that's got a fact.
That's a great question.
Veleno's also one of your best PK guys.
Yep.
Like,
BD3 said that's a tough question. That's the greatest question. That's the greatest question that's ever been asked in the history of the nickel package.
Phenomenal
Well done.
question.
Well
I do what
done.
I do what I can. I appreciate it. All right, final minute of the Fighting Major. Are you confident in Alex Lyon going into the playoffs?
Yeah. Like
You have to be, right?
I've never felt the way that I felt about a player in a 7-2 loss that I felt about Alex Lyon. That man was thrown to the wolves
He was making some nasty
on that
saves.
night.
Yeah.
There is not a goalie alive that would have played as well as he played in that. They left him out to dry, and it was ugly. And I walked away with more confidence in him, Flannel. I did. As weird as that sounds, in a game he got chased.
And he thank God he got chased, by the way, because he didn't deserve to have all those goals on his name. And they obviously you had Mikko Rantanen and Cale Makar and Nathan McKinnon. They just kept coming. But
Oh my God,
yes,
dude.
I know.
That playoff unit
Yeah.
or that power play unit for Colorado
Yeah.
is so crazy.
But I would say, given the context of I want to see the Red Wings in the playoffs, but don't expect too much when they get there, yes, I trust Alex Lyon to help the Red Wings hold on to that spot because he has played well this year.